Yeah, there. Oh, an error has occurred. Oh, for Twitter. That's what it was keeping it up. Sorry, it didn't let me know that it went live until 3 seconds ago. So I guess I was live for anyways. Maybe you'll end up going live to Twitter as well, but we are live. Welcome, guys, back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. I'm Timothy Earle, and today, kind of a short card, but we're not going to really worry a whole bunch about that. What we'll do in today's show is I'll quickly talk about what happened yesterday, what went right, what went wrong in the world of sports betting, and in the world of sports in general, because we got a bombshell handed to us yesterday in terms of the MLB, and what will most likely be the demise of the 2027 season, sorry. Before we jump into it, yesterday started off really rough. Started off yesterday, Liberty minus 8.5, loser. They win by 2. VMI plus 9.5. They were down 3 at halftime. I'm like, okay, they're keeping it close. They lose the second half by 7, and they lose the game by 10. I got hooked. Detroit Mercy plus 10.5. They lose by 25 to Northern Kentucky. I'm tired of trusting this Detroit team. Hofstra as 7.5-point road favorites go into Stony Brook and lose. So loser there. But then I got picked up with 6 straight wins. San Jose Sharks money line plus 150. Nice win in regulation over the Capitals. Pittsburgh Penguins puck line plus 160. A nice 6-3 win over the Flyers. They scored 2 in the first, 2 in the second, 2 in the third, took care of business. The Oklahoma City Thunder minus 3.5 in Houston. They win by 20. So nice winner with OKC there. Towson minus 2 versus the College of Charleston. They win by 9. Nice winner there. I liked the bounce back spot for the Spurs. I took the minus 7.5 versus Milwaukee. They win by 18. One of my favorite hockey plays yesterday was the Winnipeg Jets plus 125. They were up 3-0 at the end of the first period. Win 6-2 over the Wild. Seattle money line yesterday versus Boston did not get there. They lose 4-2 on the road. UT Martin continues to win, but they did not cover that 8.5 spread. They only won by 6, so loser there. I took plus 5.5 points with the University of Southern Indiana, the Screaming Eagles. They said, you see those 5.5 points? Yeah, leave them at the door. We're going to win by 17 on the road. So impressive win by them over Tennessee Tech. One of the best games of the night last night came in college basketball between Tarleton State and Southern Utah. That game finished 106-105 in overtime. Southern Utah gets the cover plus 4.5. The Dallas Mavericks, I got it to pick them. They went all the way up to 3.5, and they won by 22. Dallas has started to look a little bit better as of late, so keep them in mind. They're not gonna. Where are they in the standings? Out of curiosity, they are still 2 games back of the 10 seed, so right outside on the outside looking in. I will say I really want to put a future down on a team to make the playoffs, which I want to take the Clippers to make the playoffs. They would have to win at 2 playing games, but it's plus 120. I kind of like the spot for the Clippers. They've looked a lot better since starting off 5-16. They're on a 12-6 run. So and they've won 4 in a row. The Clippers have actually looked good as of late, and we'll talk about the Clippers in a minute. But Dallas with the winner. I had the Blackhawks last night. They lose 3-1 to Calgary, so unfortunate there. Idaho. They kept it close in the first half. They fell apart in the second half. Their money line loses. They lose by 8. I took the Islanders last night, plus 135. They shut out Edmonton. The Edmonton Oilers have 54 points right now through 48 games. That's not the Stanley Cup contender that we thought they were going to be. But watch. I want to make a prediction. The team to represent the Western Conference in the Stanley Cup will come out of the Pacific Division. There you go. It will not be Colorado, Dallas, or Minnesota. That's basically what I'm saying. Because everybody's hyping up those teams. Watch it still be Edmonton or even Vegas. But I want to make that bold take. Anyways, and then the final play of the night was the Utah Mammoth. I gave that out on a free pick video the night before. And the Utah Mammoth take a 2-1 win over the Dallas Stars. That was a nice winner there. We ended up finishing up 4.1 units. NHL, great night, up 4.6. That was a 5-2 night. 3-0 in the NBA. College basketball went 3-6. So college basketball continues to kind of not be great. I know I can turn it around because volume better. One big day and it flips around. So I know that I'll have a better end to the year, and we'll continue to make some money. Free picks for today. We'll take the Hurricanes team total over 3.5. That is against the Florida Panthers. I like the spot there. Obviously, I mentioned the Clippers to make the playoffs. Clippers money line plus minus 120, and then Creighton minus 120. They are against Providence in Providence. But that's the recap from yesterday. Let's go ahead and pull up the Twitter because we are going to discuss some guy named Kyle Tucker and why he's currently has the second highest AAV in baseball, not including deferrals, because obviously top guy is his teammate in Shohei Ohtani, because Kyle Tucker has gone to the Dodgers. What the fuck? The Dodgers now have $2.11 billion on their books. That's absolutely insane. Arenado, 8-time All-Star to the Diamondbacks. I will say, I was looking at it moreover. You're paying $5.5 million a year for I don't want to say washed, but a not the same as he was. But I'm not saying that he's going to be bad. Just don't expect the Nolan Arenado from the past. I don't want to say those days are over, but he's not going to hit to a 6 WAR. He's not going to hit to a 5 WAR. I think if you guys can get 2.5 WAR from him, you're happy for $5 million. Hell, I think if you get 1 WAR from him, you probably will be happy. But I feel like he's going to be a huge piece for Lawler, who's a big prospect coming up. And I think Nolan Arenado can kind of put his arm around him and go and kind of help him develop a little bit more. Because we saw that with Bregman last year with Roman Anthony. I think you can see something similar with Nolan Arenado with some of those young Arizona Diamondback prospects. So that's what you're kind of paying him for. Do not expect huge performances. He feasts in the NLS, sure. And I will say hitting in Arizona is going to be far better for him than hitting in St. Louis. But I am not going to be overzealous with that one. Do not think that he's going to be the Nolan Arenado of the past. But we're not talking about Nolan Arenado, although I appreciate you bringing him up. We're going to be talking Kyle Tucker, who ended up signing a 4-year deal for $240 million. If you do the math, that is $60 million a year, which is more than Juan Soto is making. That's more than Aaron Judge is making. That is more. That is $10 million less than what Ohtani is making. That's more than Bobby Witt. It's more than Gunnar Henderson. That's more like there's a lot of. 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 There's a lot of A lot of the top guys in baseball that you can make, that's more than Skeens will probably make. That's more than Scooble is probably going to make, like AAV wise. And you're getting, yes, Kyle Tucker's a really good player, but this is just an insane contract. He gets opt-outs after year 2 and year 3. The Dodgers are going to win the World Series. I don't really like. There really isn't anything kind of telling me otherwise. Let's pull up MLB World Series. Plus 250 for the Dodgers to win the World Series now. 850 for the Yankees, 13-1 for the Mariners, 13-1 for the Phillies, 15-1 for Boston, Atlanta, Toronto, 17-1 for the Mets. But plus 250. That's absolutely fucking insane. Absolutely crazy. But that it just puts their like their I think they're paying over $400 million, like it's like $450 million this year, not including salary tax on their roster. I don't know. That now. I will make the argument, and there will be a video where I'm going to be doing a video with Nick today over for the other baseball channel of Doomsday and the 2027 lockout and what this all means to baseball. And we'll do a whole entire video on that. But this is just insane money for what he's making. What moves have the Minnesota Twins made? Let's take a look. Minnesota. I have to actually look it up because I don't know what they've done. Minnesota moves this offseason. It would be transactions. All right. Minor leagues. Designated for assignment. Claimed off of waivers. Minor leagues. Designated for assignment. They traded Cade Bragg, a left-handed pitcher, for Eric Wagaman. Okay, that's something. They signed. Oh, that's minor league. They signed free agent Josh Bell. Minor leagues. Rule 5. They changed a couple players' numbers. What else have they done? Minor leagues. They traded Peyton Eels, a second baseman, to Baltimore for catcher Alec Jackson. I think that's a minor league deal. Yeah, they've done nothing, dude. And to be completely honest, they really should they should trade some players, but we'll see. The Twins are going to be like the Sabres season. No, I don't see that. Unless you get Buxton playing every single day, unless you get Kyle Lewis. Lewis every day. I don't see it. Their pitching rotation is solid with Bailey Ober, Pablo Lopez, and what was the the Joe Ryan. And then Zappy Matthews should take a step up. Mick Abel could be interesting. Royce Lewis, thank you, Royce Lewis. But no, I don't see the Twins doing anything. Morning Untouchable. What a great day! It's a great Sabres day yesterday. Both money line and puck line over. Tage Thompson, anytime goal hits. He had a hat trick. Juan Soto to the Dodgers. Fuck no. Juan Soto is locked in with the Mets for 14 more years. So, no, he's not going anywhere. A little annoyed, I forgot to opt in on BetMGM's weekly promo. If you get a goal scorer that hits a hat trick, you get a share of $10,000 in free bets. Wow. There you go. A goal scorer you bet on. I got what you meant. Diaz to the Dodgers. Yeah, Diaz signed with the Dodgers. That was, 3 years, $66 million or something like that? $69 million. Mets offered 66. Yeah, the Dodgers are signing everybody. Indiana minus 380. I don't like that. No. I'm never gonna lay minus 380. So that's the case. But that's just no. By the way, crazy stat here. Because somebody brought up the Buffalo Sabres. The Sabres are now 16-6-2 at home this season. Only 2 teams have a better point percentage at home than the Buffalo Sabres. Toronto is 16-5-5. That's 712 win percentage, point percentage. And the Colorado Avalanche are 19-0-2 at home. Oh, no, 19-0-2 at home with a 932 win point percentage. Those are the only teams that are better. There you go. I think I'm getting a Tage Thompson USA jersey. Dude, I want one too. I would love one. For sure. That would be awesome. Colorado at home is insane. They are 100% insane. They are 19-0-3. For some reason, the one guy's tweet a little bit off. But they have not lost a game in regulation at home. Who the hell is beating Colorado this year? Colorado has 4 regulation losses in 45 games. What the fuck? That's insane. I can't believe the Sabres. Nope, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that, Robert. Don't you dare. No. Don't do that. We're not going to put that into the universe. They're minus 200 to make the playoffs, but don't do that. I do not want to see that again. How dare you try to jinx my Sabres? They are good, and you look at the standings. Last night's win against Montreal was massive, especially in regulation. Because now the Sabres have 2 games in hand against Montreal to get to that 3 spot in the Atlantic, and they're only 3 points back. So they control their destiny against Montreal. They also do against Detroit because they're 4 points back of Detroit with 2 games in hand with them as well. Now, they're not catching Tampa Bay, which let's give them their flowers. Tampa Bay has won 11 straight games. Holy crap. That's insane. But everybody's talking about the Sabres, who are 15-2 in their last 17 games. I love it. I watch hockey. I know you do. As long as they don't wear the Quebec jerseys at home, since 2 of their overtime losses were in those sweaters. Sabres over point total looks good right now. That it does. They have 56 points in 46 games, which is over a point a game, which I think they're on pace for 100 points. Awesome. Keep it rolling. And that was with a very shitty start to the year. And right now, if the playoffs were to start, I would get to go see my first Sabres playoff game in Carolina. Because currently the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference is Tampa Bay. And the Sabres are the number 1 wild card spot. So the Buffalo Sabres would head to Carolina. It would be It would be Sabres and Carolina. It would be Boston and Tampa, Detroit and Montreal, Islanders and Penguins. That would be a lot of fun. Rasmus Dahlin, Team Sweden. Yes, that should be fun to see too. St. Louis money line. I don't care if I'm a homer. I took St. Louis team total over 2.5 today. I like the spot for them. I think they have a shot to beat Tampa. For sure. You got Tampa on an 11-game winning streak now on the road. Like, it's difficult to win on the road. Granted, Tampa Bay, Jesus Christ, 17-4-3 on the road this year. They're better on the road than they are at home. That's insane. That is actually insane. Oh, I love that from. So I have Twitter on my side monitor. Sean Higgs tweeted out, "Why are people upset with the Dodgers? Mets, Yanks, Jays, Giants, whoever, all have money to spend. Be mad at your team for being cheap and bet the Dodgers win total under. It'll catch for the third straight year with these overrated bums." I commented on saying he was never going to the Mets. It doesn't matter about the money. He commented back saying they offered $50 million. Go get Belly plus Bo, Framer plus Gallen. Tucker has been hurt the last 2 years. Who knows if he plays 100 games? Dude, I would be 100% down to do that. Didn't think we'd beat Carolina a few days ago, but we did randomly beat playoff teams. Where are you guys in terms of playoff picture? 7 points back of the Sharks, with the Sharks having a game in hand. You guys are not. Yeah. St. Louis first period money line. We start good, then fall apart. It's our thing this year. That's fair. Go Raiders. They're gonna get Fernando Mendoza. Get yourself a new coach. You've got some good offensive weapons. Maybe you get yourself a couple defensive players in the draft. Raiders could be right up there next year. They could be still alive for a playoff spot with 2 weeks to go. Go get yourself some stuff. I end up going saying I'm going to talk about Kyle Tucker a bunch today, and it turned into a NHL talk. As a Jets fan, which quarterback do you want in the draft? I wanted Monte Morris, but he kind of went away. He went back to school. I will say I think the Jets should trade the number 2 pick. I think they should trade down and get something for it. If anybody, what's Diego Pavia could be fun, but that would be an overpay to pick him at number 2. So I don't know. Ducks, I agree. I'm on the Ducks. I'm quacked up with the Ducks. Yep. 100% with you. But that should pretty much be it for today. I'm gonna make sure you guys check out the Baseball Talk with the Earle Brothers YouTube channel in a little bit. There will be a video for Doomsday. I'm gonna put the Earle Bros. I'm gonna put the link to the baseball channel in the comments or in the chat. We also just did a video on the college baseball preseason top 25. That's an hour and 3 minutes long. Go ahead, check that out. Lots of good videos over there. I need Brian Flores to stay with the Vikings. My life depends on it. Sorry, I'm commenting on something. I'm chewing somebody out. Anyways, any big college basketball underdogs today? I have a team out of Pick'em. I have Creighton out of Pick'em. I have a team at -4.5. I thought I had one. Oh, I had totals. No, I don't have any big underdogs today in college basketball. If I had to pick a dog in college basketball, Ball State at home could be fun. Other than that, I really don't have much. Maybe Colorado State at the end of the night could be an interesting dog, but not really anything that I would need to get myself interested in. Texans Patriots. I'll pull up the numbers for that real quick. Football, NFL. Is that tomorrow or Sunday? That's a Sunday game. Line for that one has gone from 2.5 up to 3. And that's with 55% of the bets and 75% of the handle on New England. It makes sense that New England, the line moved towards them. I kind of like the Patriots this weekend. I honestly, off first glance, the only game that I don't really know what I want to do with is the first game, which is sorry, not the first game. It was first on for some reason, the odds page had it up first. San Fran and Seattle, I have not a clue what to do with. Not a clue what to do with. Other than that, I like the Buffalo Bills on the road. I like New England at home, and I like the Bears. Like that, like those are the three that I'm gonna end up probably putting them up today. I like Buffalo. I'm also riding my futures on plus 500 for Buffalo to win the AFC and plus 1,000 for them to win the Super Bowl. I like New England over Houston. Maybe even an under in that game. Maybe even a Texans team total under because New England's defense has been special this year. And I like the Bears. They've gone from opening up at 4 to 3.5. And some money's coming in on them, but they're not overly public. If they're the most public team this weekend right now is the Patriots. And I don't mind it. Is there a big drop-off after Fernando Mendoza? There kind of is. NFL mock draft. Let's see what. That's not what I wanted. Mock draft 2026. Well, before Dante Moore had it, went back to school. It was him. It was Mendoza at 1, Moore at 2. Now the next quarterback after that is Ty Simpson. And then there's not any other. There's no other quarterbacks projected in that one. Here's somebody's from. No, that's not really anything interesting there. That one has him going back. All of them still have Dante Moore, which is nobody's done like a updated one. But the way I look at it, like all of them. Oh, here's a mock one afterwards. Mock one for the number 2 pick. They have Arvell Reese, linebacker from Ohio State, going to the Jets. And then they have Fernando Mendoza, number 1, obviously. And they still, and he is the only quarterback. He's the only QB in the first round. Only one. Carson Beck could move himself up. I don't see that. I think, if anything, the Jets would trade for a quarterback. Who? I have not a clue. But under in the Hoosiers Hurricanes. Yeah. I could see the under in that game. I'm taking Bills Mafia. I'm with you on Bills Mafia. Yeah, I'm taking them to them. I want San Fran money line. I don't blame you. I kind of want to see Sam Darnold do something though. Like, I kind of want to see him make a run, but that's just it. What are Josh Allen's MVP odds? Do they still have MVP odds out? I don't think they have futures. They don't have MVP odds out. They might have Super Bowl MVP. Super Bowl MVP, Josh Allen 7-1. But if Carson Beck wins, his draft stock goes up. I could see that. No, you didn't. You didn't. You just typed in sent $100, and the money symbol is not even in the right spot. You're hilarious, dude. But that should do it for this edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. I'll be back again tomorrow. Once again, make sure you guys are checking out the betting, not betting, baseball talk with the Earle Bros on YouTube. We'll be putting out a game and a video in that in a little bit. Beck is not an NFL quarterback. I agree. But I'll see you guys tomorrow with another one. Peace out.